108 degrees in Phoenix in March. That is not a typo. That is not a summer forecast. That number just showed up on the national forecast models for next week, and if it verifies, it would shatter every temperature record the month of March has ever seen. But here is the thing most people are missing. While the Southwest is baking under historic heat, a violent storm system is tearing across the middle of the country right now, spawning tornadoes, dumping flooding rain, and dragging a wall of Arctic air behind it. Two extreme weather events happening at the same time, affecting more than 270 cities across America. And I am going to walk you through every single one of them in the next few minutes. If you stay until minute 5, I will reveal which cities face the most dangerous conditions this weekend and exactly when the worst hits your area. But first, drop a comment right now with the city or town where you live, and I will make sure your area gets covered in our next update. Let us start with the number that has every meteorologist I know shaking their head. Phoenix, Arizona hit 77 degrees yesterday. That is already above the average of 76 for mid-March. But that was the last normal day this city will see for a long time. Today, low to mid-80s. Tomorrow, upper 80s to low 90s. Friday, mid-90s. And then it gets truly insane. By Saturday and Sunday, Phoenix is forecast to hit 92 to 94 degrees. The current record high for those days is 92. That record is almost certainly going to fall. But do not skip ahead yet, because what happens Monday through Wednesday next week is what has forecasters using words like historic and unprecedented. Monday, mid to upper 90s. Tuesday, the models are projecting 98 to 102 degrees in Phoenix. The all-time record high temperature ever recorded in March in Phoenix is 100 degrees. If Phoenix hits 100 on Tuesday, it would be the earliest the city has ever reached triple digits in recorded history. And then Wednesday, March 18th, the national blend of models, which is not one single extreme model but an average of many models together, is showing 106 to 108 degrees. Let me put that in perspective. The average high temperature in Phoenix does not reach 106 until the end of June. The average high never actually reaches 108. You typically only see that number in July and August. We are talking about summer peak temperatures arriving 3.5 months early. And this is not just a Phoenix story. El Centro, California is tracking almost identically. Denver, Colorado, where the all-time March record is 84 degrees set back in 1971, could see highs in the mid to upper 80s by late next week, 88 degrees in Denver in March. The upper-level ridge driving this heat is projected to reach 594 decameters, a level that veteran forecasters say they have never seen in March in more than 30 years of data. Tucson, Las Vegas, Palm Springs, Albuquerque, Salt Lake City, Boise, Sacramento, Fresno, Bakersfield, Reno, St. George, Flagstaff, Sedona, Yuma, Laughlin, Bullhead City, Lake Havasu City, Kingman, Prescott. All of these cities are going to feel abnormal warmth next week, with many approaching or breaking records. The Climate Prediction Center has placed the entire Southwest in the highest possible category, 90 to 100% probability of above-average temperatures for the next 8 to 14 days. Zero rain is expected. Fire danger is going to escalate rapidly. The Climate Prediction Center also shows precipitation probabilities heavily skewed toward below average across the entire Southwest through the rest of March. That means no relief, no cooling rain, no pattern change. Some forecasters have pointed to early April as a possible shift, but right now, that is more hope than science. The models are remarkably consistent, and when every major forecast system from the American GFS to the European AI model agrees on something this extreme, you pay attention. Now here is where the story twists. Do not skip this part. While the West bakes, a powerful storm system is ripping through the center of the country right now, and it is leaving a trail of destruction. Several tornadoes touched down across Illinois and Indiana near Chicago. The damage reports are still coming in. Tornado watches stretched from southeast Texas and Louisiana all the way through Ohio, northern Kentucky, Pittsburgh, and into portions of West Virginia, Maryland, and northern Virginia. The Storm Prediction Center issued a slight risk, level 2 out of 5, covering a massive area from Houston to New Orleans, Birmingham, Nashville, Louisville, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and nearly to Philadelphia and Baltimore. That is more than 150 cities under some level of severe weather threat today alone. In Houston, strong storms pushed through this afternoon with heavy rain snarling traffic across the metro. Bush Intercontinental Airport issued a ground stop as the worst of the storms moved through. The good news for Houston is that no severe damage was reported in the city proper. The tornado watch was pulled back from western counties, including Montgomery County, Walker County, Grimes County, and Waller County as the line pushed east. But the eastern portion of the metro, Liberty County, Chambers County, and areas toward Beaumont and Port Arthur remained under threat. A severe thunderstorm warning was issued east of Livingston and Cleveland with possible wind gusts to 60 miles per hour and 3/4-inch hail. The storm line was tracking toward Angleton by 3:25, Freeport by 3:52, Port Arthur by 4:18, and Galveston by 4:27. After 4:30, the severe threat for the Houston metro was expected to end. Behind the front, beautiful weather arrives Thursday, 52 degrees in the morning, warming to 72 under sunny skies, then mid to upper 70s Friday and 80 by Saturday before another cold front arrives early next week. Here is what I promised you at the 5-minute mark. The cities that need to pay the closest attention this weekend and into next week. In Oklahoma, clearing skies tonight are setting up a frost and freeze event. Temperatures across southeastern Kansas down through Muskogee and Okmulgee are dropping to near freezing tonight. If you planted flowers or put out tender plants thinking spring had arrived, bring them inside now. Thursday and Friday are gorgeous, 60s and 70s, but a major cold front slams in Sunday afternoon. North winds 30 to 40 miles per hour. Temperatures will crash from the 70s in the morning to the 40s by afternoon. Monday morning, mid to upper 20s across most of the viewing area. That is a hard freeze. Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Norman, Stillwater, Enid, Ponca City, Bartlesville, Muskogee, McAllister, Ada, Ardmore, Lawton, all of you need to prepare. The fire danger is also extreme because the last 7 days brought almost no rain to western and northwestern Oklahoma. Dormant vegetation, dry air, and strong winds create a dangerous combination Sunday afternoon. In Alabama, thunderstorms are developing over southeastern Mississippi and pushing into West Alabama tonight. The Storm Prediction Center was preparing to issue a tornado watch for Mississippi and several West Alabama counties. Storms tracking northeast at 30 to 35 miles per hour were heading toward Walker County, Jasper, and surrounding areas. The heaviest threat window is between 7 tonight and 1 in the morning, particularly across the central part of the state. South of Demopolis, Selma, and Montgomery, the severe threat extends into tomorrow morning. After the storms clear, temperatures drop fast. Thursday highs only in the mid-50s with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Friday morning, mid to upper 30s with frost possible. Birmingham, Huntsville, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, Mobile, Dothan, Gadsden, Anniston, Decatur, Florence, Auburn, Opelika, all of you are in the impact zone. But here is the part you cannot miss. Another cold front arrives Sunday night into Monday, crossing northwest Alabama around 1 in the morning Monday and exiting by late Monday morning. There is a low-end severe weather threat with that front as well. And behind it, temperatures plunge to the upper 20s and low 30s. That is devastating for plants that are already blooming after the unusually warm start to the growing season. So let me tie it all together. Right now, America is being split in two by weather. The Southwest is heading into a heat wave that has no parallel in March records. Phoenix could see temperatures that belong in July. Denver could shatter its March record by 4 degrees. Meanwhile, the central and eastern United States are getting hammered by severe storms, tornadoes, and then a blast of cold air that will bring hard freezes as far south as Alabama and Oklahoma. More than 270 cities are affected by one or both of these extreme events over the next 7 days. Here is what you need to do right now. If you are in the Southwest, check your air conditioning, stay hydrated, and watch for heat advisories that are almost certainly coming next week. If you are in the central or eastern United States, secure outdoor furniture ahead of Sunday's cold front, protect tender plants, and have a plan for severe weather. If you have elderly neighbors, check on them. Heat and cold both kill, and both are coming. Let me also mention the cities caught in the transition zone. Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Austin, Waco, Abilene, Lubbock, Amarillo, Wichita, Topeka, Kansas City, Springfield, Joplin, Little Rock, Memphis, and Jackson, Mississippi are all going to feel the whiplash. Warm air surging in from the south, then a sharp cold front knocking temperatures down 20 to 30 degrees in a single afternoon. That kind of swing stresses infrastructure, stresses your body, and catches people off guard. If you live in any of these cities, plan for both extremes this weekend. Now, I need you to do two things. First, comment below with your city so I can make sure you get a targeted forecast in our next update. Second, do not miss tomorrow's video because I am going to break down the hour-by-hour timeline for Sunday's cold front, which could be one of the most dramatic temperature crashes we have seen this year. We are talking 30-degree drops in just a few hours. You will want to know exactly when that hits your city. See